put themselves on the flank, which is presenting us with some challenges, meaning that we can't really outflank them. The only way we can do it is push up here in the middle ground and then push out on them. So we need to group these units together. Grab all of those, and push them over here. We have snipers, so we need to pull those infantry back out of harm's way. Now we just need them to pretty much just stay down. Where is our mortar vehicle? Any visual? We should have it somewhere. Oh yeah, here it is. So positioning him here there. Then advancing those in and capping that zone immediately. While bringing these up to provide covering fire. Push that up a bit more. What are we looking at over here? So that's looking fine. But we really have to sort of try and wait here for some light degree of anti-vehicle to arrive. I'll advance those with those all the way over here. I want to try and get on their flank. Though we are now drawing contact on that area. Just means I'll pull those back immediately. Yep, get those. We need to put those away from the fire. It's bloody. Yeah, I can understand why you do. You only have one infantry in your unit. So the situation over here is that we have infantry. They're sort of well flanked, but we have this position down here of enemies. We're going to drop some incendiary mortar fire on that position so as to weaken them further. Advancing those further up out here. Now I'm expecting contact in this area up here. That was pretty bang on point. And now they have relocated some garrison buildings, which is something that we will have to try and keep in mind. Oh, Christ. So is that enemy mortar fire? That certainly is. I'm going to use this one here and do a mortar strike. Now, it sounded like we may have had a vehicle pushing in. We do. We've got a Bren carrier. And around here, we need to take this position. We need to immediately re-evaluate our situation back here. We need to push these into a sort of more generalised area. And we need to reinforce that flank with some sort of armour support. We had them push those into the roadway. And advance with the infantry. We've got to bring up the mortar as well. My intent is to grab one of... There's a mortar pit somewhere. There they are. I saw them earlier. Grab those with the freshly trained infantry here. That way we have ground mortar fire immediately at the ready. So we split the mortar unit out here. We're trying to encircle this area here. We're doing fairly good. I will just get those garrisoned in a structure. Oh, and then the issue solved itself. That's just the typical case. So we'll put the mortar positions in defensive mode. Now this building is slightly too far back. Occupy that one there. That means we have multiple or mutual support. What's that? They just get that one. We should also get back to base because I sent these home. So we have our second squad arriving back at base. So we have our two squads back at base here. They will both be refit with new soldiers and will resume the attack. I will do the same here. I don't know if it's cheaper, but you certainly retain experience. The veterancy will carry over. So we're now advancing here again. Okay, so they have spotted our friendly infantry. Sent those around. That's it. Advance them in the middle of the road. I don't know what we'll encounter in terms of enemy vehicles, but I'm certainly prepared. I developed this structure into a, what they call a fortification, a front command post type deal.
Sniper, his range is deadly to infantry. Bring in the armored support.
Where is the enemy sniper? Oh, there. So where is the mortar? We have secured that point. Out here, do we have any sort of Panzer Grenadiers available with no upgrades? Let's go in and see. You don't hold anyone. Oh, shit. Well, let's refit this one out here. And then we'll push further up here. Grab those and get that under the gun. That's an AT gun right there. And that will be very useful indeed for us. So when I have the AT gun set up there, and we now have the light machine gun as well, we can actually go in here, push down there. They can grab a machine gun because there are only 2 men. We have two enemy tanks. So we're going to need AT support on that flank. Pretty sharpish. Good thing we have that unit. So this flank looks to be relatively safe here. I mean, we have a tank just sitting there. But all our AT units has been killed off. Tank Buster Squad has been completed. So we're sending that over on this flank too. In my hopes that we can actually squeeze them in. Have we actually... Did they... Bloody hellfire. We'll have to send that one home again to refit. It's more time consuming to do it, but you retain your veterancy, so it's definitely worth doing. In my opinion, there's probably some people who've played this for considerably longer than I have, who would disagree with what I just said, but... So once we cap that... Oh, fucking hell, that sniper's all the way back. Can you get the bloody sniper, then? I don't tell me they killed my mortar section. Yeah, but that mortar really dipped me one in. He got my mortar team. So we have located an AT gun in the area of there. Actually, we located 2 plus an enemy tank. So all the fighting is happening right here. We have an enemy tank sitting here. Need to bring that one up and engage. The mortar squads are doing their job. So we're getting the Panzer Shreks in on the hostile position, but they've got mutual support going. That is destroyed. That's certainly... Oh, that's a lieutenant. Surely he must have more troops in his area. Let's drop some mortar on him. Oh, we got bloody mortar fire coming in on our posts. Can we actually see them?
Good to see you, Herr Commandant. Grab a side and get it moving.
Yes, take up position on that roadway.
Go ahead. Your command.
Oh yeah, there they are. Right now, I am squeezing them in a tight vice. I have them pretty much set up well on the flank here, ready to assault this position once we get a bit more support brought up. I know that they are dug in pretty hard. Actually advance a mortar section up to here, which will bring them even closer to dropping fire on that structure, on that area there. We will then advance with this squad around in this area, push that in, and then bring that in there. Use that vehicle to force his way in and pretty much secure the immediate area. Now that's a good plan in theory. Whether or not that will work is an entirely different question. Over here we are prepping for an attack down by here. I'll bring the mortar section up, position them here so they can fire both into this area where we located the mortar and down into this area out here depending on what develops. So we are moving in. Advancing in, they're deploying the mortar. They will drop mortars on the house. We'll actually get those. Oh, they're getting murdered. Get those out. Drop an incendiary grenade on that structure. Oh, that worked pretty well. So we have that scout vehicle pushing up here. We'll send this infantry unit around and drop another incendiary on their boss.
Did you see that one? I swear it was Steve.
Did you swear it was Steve? I don't know what Steve's doing here. He's not supposed to be here. We're now pushing up in this area.
Orders ready.
Have a squeeze on the final post, which is the asylum. The only issue right now is that I don't have enough infantry to actually carry out the attack on that sector. But this area seems to have quietened down a bit. We have captured this area. I do expect a bit of contact here. They're dropping mortar. Oh, they destroyed the vehicle. Them bastards. So this is definitely hotting up here. So use that. Oh shite, yeah, that's not going to work, is it? So drop incendiary mortars on their boss. So try out here now and force their way through. We've got that machine gun. So I need to reposition that unit. I mean, that building being destroyed was very good for us. So we want to drop incendiary grenades because they're very nasty. So they're definitely over there. I don't know what they're doing. I think they want to cap that point. So now we're trying to set up position here while we cap that point. Which they're dealing with. We'll send them in. Deploy a grenade. Now I don't know why they're not hitting as much as they should, but yep.
Another paradrop.
Oh, look at that. Just as I thought we were all happy and sorted, we get a power drop. Now, however, we do have quite a few units in the area, which will be pretty much immediately on hand to destroy any and all resistance. I mean, you're all really not having a good time, are you, commandos? No, they're toast. So they're in a pretty good spot covering the roadway. I mean, they're even killing them before they arrive on screen. That is beautiful. We have a tank. That is a big problem right now. I mean, that is also a problem. Pull the mortar squirt back. So we're using grenades now out here. Trying to light them on fire. Yeah, that really is having an effect. So our reinforcements are arriving over here. Get them dug in. I mean, we've got quite a problem going here. Oh, supply drops. We captured both just in the nick of time.
Why didn't you radio sooner? It's another one of Tommy's tricks. They want Major General Voss. No.
Scheiße!